Alright, hey, this is Hans, and it's time for another episode of Unboxing Time at the Ramen Raider, the show where I show you what comes in the mail. And today we've got a box from Japan Crate. This is one of their Umai crates. They've got a few different varieties of boxes that they send out monthly. This one's the Umai crate, and this one's based around noodles and cooking. So let's crack it open and see what's inside. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the September 2020 Umai crate. In it, you get a pamphlet which gives you information about everything within. If you lose this and you can't decipher or translate Japanese instructions, you're kind of in trouble. So don't lose it. You also get a fancy recipe card. Alright, so I'll go through each item remaining in the box one by one, picked at random, and yeah, let's see what we got. Alright, so the first one we got here is called Tarakoro Cream Soup de Pasta. So basically what you got here, it looks like, is a rice noodle with some cod roe and a creamy sauce. So this sounds interesting. Okay, this one I know exactly what this is. This is Higashimaru Seafood Sara Udon. I reviewed this exact same product the other day, and it's really neat. So the deal with this is you get 2 blocks of noodles. You take one of them, you put it on a plate or in a bowl. Now what you do is you make, what is it, like 150 mils of water, get it nice and warm, stir in one of the sachets and put it aside. So next, in a skillet, put some seafood, some vegetables, saute it, get it till where it's done, put that liquid that you reserved back in, and kind of cook it for a little while and get it so it starts getting creamy and or kind of gravy-like. Pour it over those uncooked noodles. Now you're thinking it's Sara Udon. This udon is really, really thin, so don't think you're going to get like a thick, raw, funky noodle. These are really, really crisp and delicate. So what happens is in the bowl or whatever, the lowest part on it is where the liquid obviously is going to go. The noodles down at the bottom, they get soft. So you end up with kind of like a crunchy and a more familiar noodle-like consistency dish. And I had it the other day, and it's absolutely phenomenal. I can't recommend this more. This is something very different to try. Next up, we've got another one from Kenko Foods. This is their chilled ramen. Enjoy a dish of Hayashi Chuka again with this pack of chilled ramen by Kenko Foods that are non-fried and dried using hot air. The featured sauce blends the flavors of vinegar, shoyu, and sesame for a yummy taste. And these are really good with like hard-boiled egg, cucumber, maybe some tomato. Definitely really good for the summer months, and that's what it is right now, so that's definitely a good one to try. Next up, we've got one from Daikoku. This is their Tanuki soba. Okay, so Tanuki is a translation of the term raccoon dog. And I can't remember if it's actually more like a vermin or an actual dog. I can't remember, but they're wild and they hang out in Japan. And you'll see little statues to them sitting in front of the doors of ramen restaurants in Japan, and they usually have enormous testicles. I'm not kidding. It's like a really funny thing. They're like, their testicles usually are bigger than them. It's ridiculous. But anyway, Tanuki soba usually features some tempura, bonito broth, stuff like that, and it's usually a buckwheat soba. So yeah, this should be good. So this looks interesting. This appears to be Tanuki Oyaji Mazamen. And they had this. This is a super spicy one that they had last month, except this is a pack version of it. And it was really good last month. It had this interesting spiciness to it. And yeah, it's a dry variety and definitely worth a shot. Here's one from Itomen. This is their onion shoyu. And just like the image on the front shows, it is very oniony. It's good. If you like a good shoyu broth and a nice hit of onion, that's what you'll get in this one. Oh, very cool. Okay, we've got another cold summer variety. This is Maruchan Cold Bukkake Udon. Hayashi Bukkake Udon also means cold, no soup udon. This version is famous and delicious udon, which people eat especially during the summertime. Next up, we've got vegetable de noodles ingredients for ramen. Featuring dried cabbage, corn, carrot, jellyfish, and green onion, this assorted mix is perfect to top different noodles from ramen to udon to soba and more. Use to your liking for added flavor to your noodles and other dishes. That sounds good. Cool. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the bonus item. This month, the bonus item is fried onions. This pack features cooked fried onions without the added tiers of chopping and making them yourself. With yummy, sweet, rich, and caramelized flavor and color, use this in many dishes from curries to stews and more. And honestly, I'm going to use this tonight. I take a can of soup. I put a half a cup of uncooked minute rice in with it. I usually put some onions in there, and I'm going to put these in there, and we'll see how that works out. I think it'll go pretty well. So, cool, thanks. All right, so in the September 2020 Umai crate, you get fried onions, super spicy mazemen, cold noodle, sara udon, sopa de pasta, tanuki soba, bukkake udon, onion shoyu, Nido ramen topping, a recipe card, and your informational pamphlet. Well, cool. Thanks for watching. Yeah, this is a neat box. I really like what they got going on in here, and it's going to all get used. I really like that, There's a lot of times when I get boxes in the mail, and it's like, oh, I'll try this, I'll try that, and a couple of them don't end up getting used. This one, full on. I dig it. So if you want to get one of these, go over to japancrate.com and use the coupon code TheRamenRater for your discount. All right, cool. Thanks again to the folks over at Japan Crate for shooting these over every month. There's always something new and something neat to check out. And hey, this has been Hans the Ramen Raider, wishing you enjoyment of your noodles each and every day. Have a good one. Bye.